This week on the Africa Innovation and Technology channel, we're featuring Pedigree, a Ghanaian tech firm that created a cutting-edge mobile app that is giving the counterfeit drug trade a run for its money. We will also feature Bongo Hive, Zambia's creative space for innovation. Hello, I am Stella Monica Mpande. Bi-weekly, we strive to bring you stories that inspire, empower, engage, and motivate young emerging African entrepreneurs using new technology into action. The global counterfeit drug trade is a billion-dollar industry, and it is thriving in Africa, where the markets are flooded with fake and poor quality drugs, mainly from Asia. Could a new Ghanaian mobile phone-based system known as Pedigree be the solution in the fight against counterfeit drugs? Africa Innovation and Technology reporter Paul Ndiho has our report.
The World Health Organization estimates that more than 100,000 deaths a year in Africa are linked to the counterfeit drug trade, and that nearly 10% of the prescription drugs available in pharmacies and hospitals around the world are counterfeit. Well, thanks to Ghanaian social entrepreneur Bright Simmons, he has developed a cutting-edge mobile phone-based system known as Pedigree, which enables customers to check the authenticity and validity of their medication through instant messaging. Eugene Badu is head of corporate affairs and marketing at Pedigree. He says their application is empowering the general public against counterfeit products.
We have a system, the app, that empowers the consumer at the point of consumption to authenticate or confirm whether the product that they have just bought and are about to consume is genuine and is coming from the right producers, has gone through the right checks, and so on.
Drugs are protected through Pedigree carry a short code that is revealed through scratching a specific area of the packaging. Users send this unique ID via text messaging on their phones, and they will immediately receive a message to verify the drug authenticity.
With this new system of authenticating the safety and originality of drugs, you're sure what you're buying, so we don't have reported cases of people suffering because they took in counterfeit drugs. So I'm sure what I'm buying.
Most exciting perhaps is that the system is now being used in more than 6 African countries and has been taken beyond Africa to India and other Asian countries.
You just need a mobile device to be able to access this kind of service. And that makes it easier if you look at the demographics and access to technology. If you look at that kind of distribution in Africa and other third worlds, where there's limited access to technology and so on.
Earlier this year, Pedigree entered into a partnership with GTP, makers of premium African prints, who are facing a huge challenge with counterfeiting. Stephen Kofi Badu is the company's marketing director.
These shops are still selling our designs, but not with our labels. Somebody else has taken those designs and put their labels on them. Some have even gone further to put not just their label, they take our designs and put our own labels on it. So that makes it even more serious than it used to be. So we're losing market shares, we're losing money, we're losing margins. We are really struggling.
Badu believes that counterfeiting kills innovation, industries, and destroys the economy.
We want to encourage consumers that always look out for the genuine thing. It might cost you slightly more, but you are better off buying a genuine product.
WHO says the lack of proper monitoring of imported drugs in many parts of Africa is allowing counterfeit criminals to cash in on a continent that is already battling other serious issues such as disease and poverty.
Still in West Africa, Spark is a Nigerian-based internet business firm designed to support the successful development of entrepreneurial companies through an array of business support resources and services. The firm is investing millions of dollars in the development of aspiring Nigerian tech and internet startups. Once again, Africa Innovation and Technology reporter Paul Ndiho has our report.
The arrival of the fiber optic cables in West Africa has brought promises and expectations of a faster, more reliable internet service. Nigeria has West Africa's largest economy, and internet connectivity is spurring growth in the nation of more than 160 million people. Spark is funding Nigerian entrepreneurs who have unique ideas but little resources. With $1 million to invest, Spark's co-founder Bastin Gota says the company will help tech entrepreneurs get started in Nigeria's tough business environment.
Spark was established because there was an opportunity. It was also established because we thought there was a lack of people exploiting that opportunity. So there was a lot of young entrepreneurs who were trying. But Nigeria is not an easy place to do business. Yeah, it's difficult to establish a company, talk to CAC. It takes 3 months, opening a bank account, running a gen, getting an internet connection, paying 2 years up front on your rent. Like, all that stuff is not very easy.
Spark was created by web entrepreneur Bastin Gota and Jason Njuku, the founder of Iroko TV, a multi-million-dollar web distribution platform for Nollywood films, and his wife, Nigerian actress Mary Remy Njuku. The company was established in February 2013 with an initial investment of $2.5 million US, and so far Spark has been able to successfully fund 10 companies.
Spark will put some money to work. We'll find great young entrepreneurs, and we will fund them with money to explore the opportunities that the internet is giving us.
One of those companies funded by Spark include Kulia Games, designed to appeal to the Nigerian audience. Kulia initially received $250,000 from Iroko TV and then was integrated into Spark when the investor began operations. The chief executive officer for Kulia says being part of Spark has helped the company put innovation in a business perspective that had been lacking before.
We have become a bit more focused in terms of what we want to achieve. There's now a clear focus on revenue generation, which is what Spark has been able to help us align. The important thing for them is to be able to generate funds from whatever business that is under Spark. So as an investor, as a CEO, you are told to focus on how to generate revenue as against just innovating for the sake of innovation.
Another Spark beneficiary is Hotels NG, a company that provides a platform for customers to make hotel bookings online. Hotels NG works with more than 4,000 hotels across Nigeria, and they receive a commission for each booking made through its website.
In the space of 3 months, we have grown from basically 1 employee to 20. The number of bookings that we have done has tripled. Our site traffic has more than tripled. So basically, a lot has changed.
Some analysts say Nigeria's e-commerce industry is young but growing rapidly, with millions of dollars already invested by venture capitalists.
If you see the level of competition at play, even in the e-commerce sphere, what with Jumia, Kunga, and all of the people just coming on board right now, that industry, will not be worth less than $1 billion as we speak.
Spark's founders are planning to invest in at least 10 more companies and hope that within 5 years, the startups they have funded will be able to make enough profit to generate returns on their investment.
Still to come on the Africa Innovation and Technology channel are Bongo Hive, Zambia's highly creative space for innovation, as well as Ugandan students who take part in Mozilla Firefox Apps Challenge. We'll take a short break, but before we go, we want to know what you think about the Africa Innovation and Technology channel and the stories that we cover. Join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook. Also, check us out on our YouTube channel. Tech analysts say African countries are experiencing the technology revolution. In fact, there are at least over 100 tech innovation hubs, and there are more to come, according to the crowdsourcing map, which is crowdsourcing all of the technology hubs and incubators across the continent. Now, let's take you to the Zambian capital of Lusaka, which is Bongo Hive Zambia's creative space for innovation, which is a creative and innovative hub that gives young developers a platform to work, incubate new ideas, and learn from each other. Our own Colin Diho recently had the pleasure of visiting Bongo Hive and has this to tell us.
An innovations revolution is unfolding in Africa. And this year, there are many stories about young people creating new technologies and applications that are driving the continent's growth and turning around its global image. The Lusaka-based tech hub started 3 years ago, and it provides a space where young creative minds hone their skills. Bongo Hive founder and executive director Lukonga Lindunda says brilliant minds have never been in short supply in Zambia.
We allow young people to innovate, so they come in, provide them with access to internet, to skills development as well, and also an opportunity as they're building the idea that they have access to mentors, funders, and really a network that allows them to bring their idea to life.
Bongo Hive is behind the app that is generating a lot of buzz in Lusaka. The draft constitutional mobile application launched recently has been downloaded more than 6,000 times.
Draft constitution was only available on the website as a PDF document. And so he managed to convert that PDF document into a searchable application, which you could actually search for specific keywords, but not only that, but be able to also submit your comments straight to the technical committee that was drafting the constitution.
I use Android and I'm getting... This is a Zambian constitution application. So, as you can see, there is a preamble there. So it basically explains exactly what's in the Constitution.
With a good idea, an entrepreneurial spirit, and an interest in all things tech, young people from across Africa are learning that their skills are extremely valuable. Jacqueline Hannah Kwenda is a video editor at Bongo Hive.
Where they were training girls how to use video editing software and cameras. So we came here, I came for that workshop. And then later on, I got interested in furthering my skills on how to film and edit video.
There are similar tech hubs in Africa like Bongo Hive, in Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, and Ghana. And all are trying to harness the potential of the world's fastest growing mobile phone market. George Lupupa Mutale is in charge of outreach at Bongo Hive. He says their goal is to empower local communities by giving them an opportunity to tell their stories.
Take those stories out and let the whole world see that Africa is doing something innovative, and specifically like Bongo Hive, or maybe in different parts of countries where they're creating hubs, that's where the gold mine is, and yeah, see how the stories can be created out of it.
Joshua Chipili is a self-taught robotics engineer.
We're all self-taught. Would I say maybe engineers, tech engineers and all that, yeah. That teach ourselves, then come together, then come up with certain ideas that would maybe help in the future.
Bongo Hive also offers a free office space to Cassandra Martin. CEO and co-founder of Zambia's trending website where clients shop for groceries and other household products.
We're currently delivering in 2 provinces in Zambia. And the way it works is through our site, clients can buy groceries and household goods, and then we deliver directly to their families or favorite charities.
2014 has been a year brimming with insightful innovations. It will be exciting to see what Bongo Hive has to offer next year.
Are you a student who loves to code or has a great idea for a great mobile application? University students across Africa recently participated in an apps competition. Paul and Diho recently caught up with a group of talented app developers at Makerere University in Kampala, Uganda, who took in this challenge. Paul, tell us the story.
A Mozilla Firefox mobile app contest open to students in Africa is generating a buzz on college campuses in Uganda. The goal is to build great apps that can operate on either Android or iOS. The competition is designed towards giving young IT talents the opportunity to showcase their innovations on the global stage. Kasigwa Sam is a software development engineer and the national chair of software developers in Uganda. Sam is also developing his own crowdsourcing app that helps drivers in Kampala avoid traffic jams or public demonstrations in real time.
It helps like stranded individuals. If you want to know around Kampala, which road should I use, which one is stuck, where we're having those incidences. So it is a road incident like reporting system more.
I met up with a group of developers competing on the challenge competition. These undergraduate students have created some interesting applications that could change the way we interact with our own smartphones and tablets. John Baptiste Ocheng is currently working on a first aid application.
I'm working on first aid application. Generally what it does is it gives tips on first aid from allergic reactions. Here there is a search bar where you can search and see. There is also graphical images that can show you steps of handling some cases. And then we have this call for help where you can call a doctor. So what we are trying to do is every hospital we add into our application, we put the names of the doctors in here.
Echudu Moses, an IT student, is not worried about making money from the apps just yet.
Students are being encouraged and developers are being encouraged to come up with applications so they can be put on the market. Okay. However, some people do not actually agree with the whole aspect of open source. Because there are developers who are like, how are we going to earn from it, you know?
IT student LeBron Brian Sekalega has won several contests for developing cutting-edge applications. He developed an app that makes all students' classes schedules available on handheld devices.
I've done 3 and won the contest. It was all about easier life, making education easier. So what I did basically was to make timetables on a handheld device. You don't need to go online, but you download a package like for entire semester, then you move with it on your phone.
Analysts said that these apps will have a major impact on how we use smartphones in the near future. For instance, if you need emergency care.
So basically what we're seeing here is a geolocation part of the application itself. Well, the user can verify where they are, and on tapping any of the spots, like we said initially, that any spot is a health facility. And right there you can tap the call feature of the application, and you can initiate a call there, and then without actually having to proceed back, and then you having a number, call is definitely placed.
Joyce Nalwada, a Mozilla Firefox student ambassador for Africa and the only female on the team, says the innovation challenge is not just about building apps, but mentoring young developers.
So young people who can create platforms that we use this site, that we use to do code and create some other things.
The Mozilla team members are hoping that they could be the next Abdul Sekalala, another Ugandan app developer whose app, Word of the Day on Nokia phones, is one of the most downloaded apps in the world.
Well, that is our show today. Be sure to watch the Africa Innovation and Technology channel online every 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next 2 weeks. For now, so long from Washington, D.C.